beautiful people, what is going on? It has been a minute since I've made a video on this channel. See if I can get some more lights on in here. Boom. All right, here we are. Hey, I wanted to make this quick video. Happy New Year's, Merry Christmas. I've missed a lot of these holidays with you guys, but there has been a change. There's been a change. I am no longer working at Prime, and I wanted to make this video on why. Man, I love that company. It gave me my start in trucking, and I couldn't be more happy with that company being my first start, my first exposure into this whole landscape of the trucking industry. Sorry about that. And I'm very grateful and blessed to have had that opportunity working there. Incident free and flatbed. I do miss doing it sometimes. I'm not gonna lie. I'm crazy. I know I'm crazy. But I love doing things that are physically taxing and mentally challenging, and it had a reward at the end of it. I was always kind of taken aback by the job that I have done in terms of the tarping, the strapping, the chaining, and wrapping it up in this bow. It was pretty cool. I saw a lot of different things that I never thought I would see in my life. Move that out of the way. And had a lot of different experiences that I didn't think that and honestly, I probably wouldn't be able to live or do unless I was in a truck. So very, very, very grateful and happy that I did that. Not just with me by myself, but with my fiance as well. We went out there. She hopped on the truck with me. Excuse me, just seeing if I was ready or not, if they're ready for me. And hopped on the truck with me. And man, we had a blast. We traveled all over the place. You know, I think Prime does the lower 48 states, so we did that. And for one part there, it felt like we ran a dedicated route from like Texas to California. Like we kept going to those two states. But anyways, nonetheless, look, I was a lease operator there. I do not have any hard numbers for you. I do not have my paperwork. I do not have my pay. I worked my last shift, and it was last year in August of 2023. Actually, shoot, it's been more than just a year. But man, beautiful, beautiful times I had there. A lot of fun, and I may actually have the dates wrong, so forgive me. Sometimes I don't even know what day it is with the shift that I'm working now. But it really boils down to, I was a lease operator, and to be able to prevail or be successful, you had to be out on the road for a long period of time. And me and my fiance, we were trying to have a family, and there are people who do it, and they do it very well, successful, and they make it look sexy. They stay out on the road, and either one parent is home, or whoever is driving, they come off the road. They make it work for months to a year, whatever it is. They make it fluctuate and work. But in our current situation, that was not the case. So what I ended up doing towards the end there was I took the regional route, and I would be out for 5 days, and I would be home for the weekend. That worked out pretty smoothly there, but it came to a point in time where I had to come off the road completely. There were some personal issues that had happened, and I needed to find a alternative to that job, and that's what I did. So I now work for a cryogenic company. I will not give you the name at this point in time, but I have been here for about a year and a half. So I actually left Prime, and 3 days later I started my new job. So it was a quick turnaround for sure. The pay at Prime as a lease operator, it was great when you were out on the road consistently, weeks on end. As a flatbed truck driver, I had equipment that I had to pay for. Not only the equipment I had to pay for, but also I had to pay my truck leasing payment as well. This is falling off here. Sorry, guys. I also had to pay for my truck leasing payment as well. And not only that, you also have to pay, you get a per diem as well, but you also have to pay for groceries. You have to pay for any excess fuel that you use that is not inside the budget for whatever trip it is that you are taking that load to and from. And it became a little bit too much, and I didn't want to sacrifice starting a family for being out on the road and missing that opportunity to do so. I had a goal in mind of when I wanted to start a family, when I wanted to start to settle down, and things just played out that way. Some of the things, there were pros as well. The facilities at Prime, amazing. I know I'm all over the place here. I don't really know how to condense it and to push this out, so bear with me. But the pros and cons, right? The pros. They had a great 24/7 on-call staff. And I've really never had any issues with that. We did have a couple breakdowns, retreads, tires blowing up, but nothing that was of any serious consequence. No accidents, no rollovers, no lost freight. I took pride in operating very safely. And when she hopped on the truck, I can even say that went up tenfold because she was on the vehicle with me. I wanted to make sure that everything was done by the book and it was safe. So we really did work on those safety measures and making sure that we had it nailed down. The food, man, at the facilities and the staff, amazing. Springfield, I love the one in Utah. They have their Logan, Utah. What else? They have one in Decatur as well, Decatur, Indiana, and they also have like a hidden one. I believe it's in the Chicago area. They have like a hidden. That one's really nice too. It's really for tankers, just like the one in Decatur, Indiana. It's for tankers as well, but they will service me there at the one in Decatur, which was great. I was even able to drop off my equipment there overnight when I did my 34-hour reset, since I do live here in Indiana. Yeah. But man, the cons. Let's talk about some of the cons. And if you guys do want to see a more detailed breakdown with numbers, let me know, and I think I will do that. I'm not 100% sure, but I will do that as well. Some of the cons: my fleet manager was difficult to work with at times. There was something that happened. There was something that happened personally in my life. I had lost my mother, and I was on the road when it happened. My fleet manager didn't really have much sympathy for me, which is fine. He doesn't know me, I don't know him. He doesn't have to show sympathy or empathy. That's fine. I wasn't asking for that. All I was asking for was to get home so I could get to the funeral. And I would be sitting on the trailer or under the trailer for a week and a half, 2 weeks. And he was very, very demanding on what to do with this trailer. Mind you, there's guys who take home time and they're at home for a week. They're at home for a couple weeks and they have the same equipment. Some, they do bobtail, and others I know personally that have sat under trailers for weeks. And it was a extremely important and personal matter for me to tend to and to take care of. And he had no heart when it came to that. We also got into some disputes over certain loads that I didn't want to take. And of course, as a lease operator, within reason, you have, even as a company driver, you have the right to say no to a load. And there are loads that they weren't paying well, and I didn't want to take them. And me and him, we would get into spats about this. On multiple occasions, there were loads that, as a team operation, there are going to be some loads where you have to be realistic. You're not going to have a load that pays $6,000. Every load does not pay $4,000, $6,000. That's fine. You are going to have to take some loads that will just barely get you to another load that pays well. But at the end of the line, I had a bottom line. And if that load did not meet my bottom line, I'm sorry. I'm sitting here, I'm waiting for a different load to come across the board. And he will continually tell me, well, this is the only load that's coming. Okay, well, I guess I'm waiting. I have a bottom line here. And of course, there's exceptions to that if you're trying to get home. Okay, cool, but don't lie to me and say, this is it. This is the only one. I know there's other options on there, on the load board. Help me out. So, man, again, I don't want to make this video too long, but I'm sitting here reminiscing about all the good times. And of course, there were some bad times as well. But I'm here at a cryogenic company now. The schedule is a lot better for us, and the pay is better as well. I'm making more money now than I did as a lease operator at Prime. And of course, I made a video before about do your research about the companies. I did my research. I knew what I was getting myself into. And as a first-time business owner, even though I was leasing, I still had an LLC. I ran it like it was my business. I ran it like it was my truck. And man, a lot of learning was had. A lot of things that I can take away and really walk away from the situation and say, hey, I've learned something from this. I'm never going to forget this. I'm going to use this experience moving forward and roll it over into the next company that I work for, the next company that I start, whether it's a trucking company or not. I've learned a lot of skills that will translate very well into other avenues personally in my life, and also on the business side as well. So I just wanted to make this video, and I hope that you guys are doing well and that you're still out there trucking, still having fun, getting after it. And man, stay safe. It is the winter time. Things can get a little hazy out here. I'm sitting here at Cargill, and I am about to deliver a load of liquid nitrogen. So we are awaiting for the tanks to dwindle down in the quantity they are using here pretty heavy, so I probably won't be sitting here much longer waiting to complete this delivery. But while I did that, I wanted to say hello. I will be back on this channel more regularly. I will be making videos again. I love you guys. Thank you so much for the love and support. I hope this video helps somebody. And hey, Stay safe. Keep trucking. I'm out of here. I love you guys.